What's up, beautiful people? It's your girl, Leanne. I'm getting blissed out with Shedding into Soul Culture, podcast 34, with my divine brother and friend, Andrew Gross. Welcome to the show. Can you hear me, Andrew?
Hello,
There?
thanks for having me on. Yes, I can.
Awesome.
So great to be here.
Mm. So, friends, Andrew has been on a journey with me with a couple of things, and we just want to highlight his process and some things that he's learning throughout this process. um, and things that he's discovered about himself and what he feels about the journey so far with shedding into soul culture. And let's just go back to a couple months ago and jumping into the studio to be with us, to join in, and how you're feeling about this course.
I mean, I've been on a journey of searching through myself and trying to find the path for me myself for a while. And as you know, Leanne, and others not at this moment, but I practice acupuncture and Chinese medicine. So a lot of this has been very energy focused and soul, trying to get deep into myself and others. And so what I've been going through with you has felt so fine integral with what I've been going through in my journey for the last couple of years, that it just felt like it fell into place and just locked in with how I was going, and really just helped solidify or just ground me, get me in touch even further with myself and the space around me, the world, the people, everyone. I don't
Beautiful.
know. It's it's hard to put into words. Yeah.
Well, but sometimes I think we just call it synchronicity or good timing. And you have your partner also that came into the 8-week program, and then you jumped in a week later, and then we did some forest revitalizing where I went
Mm,
back to week one, where we had a chance to be in the forest and enjoy each other. So for me, it's like, audience, this 8-week program has got a lot of really good things to take wisdoms and internalizing and processing to help shed you into a better state of where you want to be and how you want to think. So, Andrew, maybe you can share a little bit about, your personal growth throughout the time. Like you could go back to something that highlighted for you with your own experiences inside yourself and versus me talking about the whole course. Like, what was a highlight for you?
I mean, you mentioned the forest experience, but the forest experience was extremely poignant to just be in nature and connect. We had there was a few of us there, so I'm connecting with other souls who are, trying to be open and, wanting to feel this connection, as well as being surrounded by just nature itself, it just having that immediate connection to the earth and all of the energies around us was uh, felt extra powerful, and just extra grounding. But all of the breath work, the energy work that we've been doing, just the different techniques felt has made me feel like I'm more in touch with my body in different ways. That's hard to explain, but there's, the different techniques bring out a different vibration, feels feeling like in me. And so to experience those different vibrations has been really, I don't know, interesting, strong, but grounding at the same time. And, daily life still brings through all the struggles. Like, going through these things doesn't ever mean that like you're never going to deal with challenges again. But this is the fuel for being able to deal with life and process through life, walk through life, connect with others. It's giving me that understanding, the connection, the compassion for whatever everything that's going on around me, all the situations that other people are going on around me, what I'm going through, how all of that works together, and how all of that is just part of a grand experience that we're all part of.
It sounds like also, I feel like the internalization that you're having from doing yoga and doing dynamic active meditations all together, or even being in nature, that it's happening, it's helping your um, abilities to do your own work and to observe people from such a power of presence place. That's what I feel like I'm hearing. Like you're very present, you're more aware of how modalities are giving you the ability to be with others and hold space for them.
Yeah, definitely feels like there's just a different level of connection of I don't know what word to use beyond connection, but there's an ethereal intertwining that feels more prominent, that I don't know, that just the flow and interaction with people and life feels less effortful
Mm. So
almost.
the observer.
It feels like everything's just flow, the observer or flowing or just watching, like things are just it's happening. I'm not fighting it or yeah, trying to orchestrate it per se or manipulate it, but it but feeling it still nonetheless.
So would you say from the 8 weeks and methods that helped you to get more still, were there any like moments where you felt like a certain method helped you to feel this connection with source within you deeper? Were any methods that you found that you saw yourself drop in and where it was stronger maybe when we were doing dynamic, or do you feel like it was more in chakra breathing or doing a headstand? Where do you feel like out of the yoga or sound or active work that you really felt this is what really helped trigger more flow?
The chakra breathing and the sound work, I think, really made it the most resonant or opening for me. Like the vibrations really spread through my body and felt like I had this open channel from my root to the tip and open up out, like I it genuinely felt open to everything else that's out there.
Mm,
So to say, it's the yeah, so the work that really brought out the vibrations, the sound in me is what really was the most salient, prominent moments for me that really aligned or felt like I was delving into something more.
mm. How about with whirling? I'm just tapping into moments when we were whirling. That
The
was pretty,
whirling, that's right. No, yeah, that actually is also amazingly to just to be it,
just to
to
be like
just be,
let go.
yeah, like I wasn't, yeah, to just let go and be that and just to keep, yeah, to keep going. You weren't forcing anything. You were just in this thing that was you, was everything else.
Mm.
Yeah,
And then the
it,
preparation before we were whirling was interesting. Like I just really felt when we were all in that synchronicity of moving the body in six directions that we all got really synchronized. And then the
mm,
whirling became very playful. But I remember Jojo when he was whirling too, how orgasmic he got. And like the whole room was just like flowing with like currents of everybody being in a state, which was really pure and beautiful also.
yeah, no, it. Yeah, such an interesting experience. Everyone everyone needs to experience it. It's a you I don't know. It's you feel connected with it all, with everyone else. Yeah, that synchronicity is
Synchronicity is
amazing.
beautiful. Yeah. And even like, what do you feel about the education though, from yoga to these dynamic methods? Was it helpful? Do you think like learning more about, what your body was made of through yoga and then getting into the body to prep the body and then doing dynamic work, did you feel like they were in alignment, that they were helpful?
Definitely. Yeah, no, I always appreciate, understanding how it's all connected and then feeling that as well. I like the top down and the bottom up approach where, you understand it and feel it, you understand it. It's that reciprocal, the mind is so much part of what we are, and the body is, just as important. So both of those aspects, knowing the intricacies, the academic so to speak aspect of it, the just the knowledge to break it down, but then to feel that for me is how the full integration of that. Like you can feel it. That's amazing. But I don't know. I love analogy. I appreciate what that can tell you about how it's all laid out
I think
and
it's
how
really
it all
important too. I
connects.
feel like when I was having aha moments of what I discovered through 30 years of using these methods, or how they all kind of connected for me in time and space, like I was like, oh, but that's how I could help people have a breakthrough. Like in order to see the nadis, when I was doing yoga, I would see these things, but really when I started doing the dynamic work with Master Osho too, I was like, his chakra breathing literally showed me what I needed to know in my yoga.
Mhm.
And then I saw the expansion. I'm like, oh, these masters are all very smart because they take certain lineages of wisdom and then they recreate dynamic work that when you go back and you go slower and you slow down and you just see, but that's what it really meant from Patanjali's yoga. That's what it really meant when I'm working on my koshas. So that's why I feel like the importance of the connection of these were why I did what I did, because I really want to help people broaden into shedding that opportunity to see and to feel something from wisdom into a present reality. And then that gives you like a deeper dive with the value of yoga.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah. No, the yoga. I've done yoga in the past, and I've done it, sporadically through the years. But the way it all works together is so integral. It's just
Beautiful.
so important to feel, to have the movement, the breath, the mind, all of that aligned.
Mm.
It's where the strength, I don't know, for me, that's the most solid when where we are.
So good. So yeah, so what do you think about the course that you would suggest to anybody watching this, that why would they want to do this course and what would be the benefit for doing it? What do you feel?
This course, I feel like everyone should do the course in general, just because of how it connects you with your body and your breath and your intention, with how you like not necessarily, it doesn't have to necessarily be about it can be, doesn't have to necessarily though be about the minutia intention of your daily life, but the general how you want to show up and be in this space and share yourself and connect with others, and just nature, the space around you, but yourself most importantly, like that. Yeah, I feel like it's just so connecting with yourself. So anyone who's beyond anyone, but anyone who is diving into any kind of work that is energy related, acupuncture, Reiki, but just body work in general, massage, breath work, any kind of thing where we're dealing with people who are, I don't know, it's more than just things about touch in the body and breath. It's, those who are wanting to have more of a deeper experience with themselves and life than just the superficial, mundane running through of things. So whether that's in your personal life or your work life or your just wanting to know a little bit more, and so you can feel more. It just this is the thing. This is for for anyone that's just wanting more than the surface experience of life. I think is the broadest umbrella of that beyond what I just mentioned. But anyone, yeah, who is trying to work with energies and connect with people and have a deeper thread through what they're doing, this is perfect for that.
Yeah, that's what I feel for myself, even when I redo it myself. Like I'll come into a moment of growth and then I'm like, why I go back to this or why I teach it, because I really feel we'll have a moment of growth and I need that method. And I always know methods are the key to transcending through growth. But these methods clear fast, like any good or bad things, like these masters just knew how to bring us back to joy and
Mhm.
had to get us into a place where when we feel confident and centered again in the work that we're doing, when we're questioning ourselves or when we're coming to, a stumbling block on the path, or old old patterns start to surface again for us,
Mhm.
that I really see that the beauty of how chakras alone can show us the positive and negative, and like just tap in, look, make a shift, okay, or do a pose and hold it longer, really acknowledging how even opening up the heart, it's a huge difference in your day, or even putting your hands here shifts everything, confidence, the straightness in your spine. And then
Mhm.
honoring the body, like through these things when we learn about nadis and koshas and chakras, because honoring, like looking within, wow, what am I? Who am I? Oh, okay. And then when I open my eyes and I look around, I'll be like, oh yeah, so much to create. But then it gives us that centered state, how we create, how we attract, how we're more centered and feeling connected to the individuals and people in the moments.
I think one beautiful aspect about it is the non-judgmental part where you're just observing. It's not an evaluation per se in that you're trying to determine good or bad. It's just where things are, working with what is. How are, just that connection there. As you've, you know, termed it shedding into soul, you're shedding all the excess layers of awareness, judgment, you know, just getting rid of all the crazy, what we're get caught up and taught to pay attention to, and just feeling what is, and what you are, and being in touch with that.
The beingness, yes. And that was really one of my favorite things watching you in the class. I just tell you that I have so much respect for your silence and your depth and just observing you in the process. So I just want to commend you for showing up today, um, and doing a lot of beautiful healing in the community in three energy. Maybe you can tell the audience and anybody who watches this what you're doing out there and how they can get your services.
So I practice. I mean, I come to Three Energy for many reasons. I love to take the classes there, dance class and various other things, because it helps me explore myself and my body and my emotions and my feelings. So that has been the main thing that's brought me to that space. But I also practice acupuncture, traditional Chinese medicine in the space. So if anyone is interested in healing themselves, exploring their own energies, food, dietary cures, I work at that space. Appointments can be booked at the moment, I'm working on some technical issues with my online booking. So at the moment, anyone who contacts 3Energy themselves through Instagram or email would be able to get redirected to me by Jojo, who would, coordinate that. But soon enough, I will have my own online booking system. My Instagram, persona is at Andrew Gross TCM. I'll have a link tree tied to that soon with connections to my online stuff. But yeah, that's how you can get to me right now. Is there anything else I should share about that, Leanne? Something I'm
So
forgetting?
beautiful. No, I know I'm coming for a treatment, and we're also doing other things together, like learning beautiful Reiki and stuff. But this is about shedding to soul culture. I want people to know some little things about each person that comes out that does the 8-week course and how it's helped their life, helped their journey. And it's such a pleasure to be a student and a teacher with you, because I feel like I'm so much to learn from you and so much to honor in you. And there's just so much more for us to come. I want to invite everybody out to 3Energy. It's 345 West Broadway. Make sure you come out and check out all the things that we're doing and inquire more always. Myself, Jojo, Andrew, and all the staff that are there have a lot of beautiful things that are going on. And if there's anything that you want to shed or
Yeah.
suggest anybody, you wanted to finish with something?
I just think everyone don't be afraid to dive into new things. If you feel like there's something more for you, jump out there, grab it, take it. Don't sit back and wait. Just dive in and explore what life and what we have to share with you, because there can be so much more beauty to experience and feel.
So good to be with you, Andrew. So thank you for showing up. And audience, that's our take with Andrew
Thank
Gross.
you so much.
And we're at 3Energy. See you soon and stay tuned. Namaste.
Thanks so much, Leanne. Love you.
Love you too.